You might have asked yourself, what on earth am I here for? Or what on earth am I doing? Quite significant questions to ask, aren't they? Ones that could actually help you unlock the purpose of your life and unleash you into a glorious destiny. But that begs for an answer to the question, how am I going to find my purpose? Who will tell me? How can I discover it? You discover your purpose by knowing your identity, knowing that you are created by God for a fruitful life work. Secondly, you discover your purpose by intentionally investing in what really matters, what is of greater value and worth. Thirdly, you discover your purpose by identifying what you're naturally inclined to do or what interests you the most. Number 4, right now we're going to look at you discover your purpose by developing and using your inherent talents and even your hidden potentials. Joseph in the Bible was a gift given to him, the gift of dreams and interpretation of dreams. It looks like very unrealistic kind of a thing, right? Just dreams. You just dream and interpret them. In what way would it matter? In what way would it affect anything? But his dreams were crushed initially, and he seemed to be that his dreams turned out to be the reason for him to be hated by his brothers, to be rejected, and the pain that he went through was all because of his gift of dreaming and the gift of interpretation of dreams. But you know what? The point is, he didn't give up. It also turned out to be the very thing that helped him come out of prison and to become the man next to Pharaoh as ruler of Egypt, one of the greatest civilizations of the then known world. Joseph's elevation was not an accidental promotion. It did not happen by chance. It was neither automatic. He didn't give up using his gift, fearing it might backfire again. He didn't doubt it or bury it. He didn't refuse to use it for others. He used it for a fellow prisoner. He didn't, behave selfishly. Neither did he just use his gift for personal gain. But one led to another. He didn't ignore an insignificant opportunity. An insignificant opportunity actually led him to his own prominence and elevation. God has richly deposited many gifts in you when He made you, since He made you with a purpose. The Bible tells us about Shamgar, the third judge in Israel, in the book of Judges, in chapter 3, verse 31. There's only one verse devoted to telling us about him. But there is a lesson for us in that one verse. The Bible does not tell us that he judged Israel, but that he delivered Israel from the Philistines with just an ox goad that was in his hand. An ox goad is a stick about 8 feet long, one end of which was sharp for poking the ox, while the other end was like a chisel for scraping the plow clean of dirt. When Shamgar was working with his ox goad, the Philistines must have attacked, and he used what was in his hand to kill 600 Philistines. After that, the Bible says that the Philistines did not trouble the Israelites for many years. Shamgar is an excellent example of how you can use the gift that you have already. Shamgar used what God put in his hands. In his case, an ox goad. There was nothing spectacular about an ox goad, but God can use, and He wants you to use whatever is in your hands. Shamgar was merely a farmhand doing his job, but he took what was in his hand when prompted by God, and he rescued the people of God from their enemies. Can you list out what your natural abilities are? Some could be very common, which others also have, or some could be totally unique. What are your strengths? What are you good at? What are you inclined to do naturally? What have people identified in you that you seem to be good at? What have they identified? Sometimes people point it out and say, hey, you're very good at that. What are those things which you could do with great ease? Now take a decision to use the simple yet significant things that God has entrusted to you. The Bible says in Romans that each one is given different gifts. For some it's gift of prophecy, for some it is serving, for some it is teaching, some it is encouraging, some it is to give generously, for some it is to lead diligently, for some it is to show mercy cheerfully. Thus, the fourth step in living out a purposeful year or a life of purpose is to develop and use your inherent talents and gifts that you've been blessed with already. Now watch out for another important key element that could help you to live out your purpose. See you same time tomorrow. God bless.